This is the 165,000-pound McLaren Artura, and it represents a huge evolution not just for McLaren, but also for the entire car industry. The world is going electric, and even supercars are beginning to fall in line. This McLaren is a plug-in hybrid. Some of you might be asking why, but before we get to that, let's talk about the what. The Artura is the new entry in McLaren's 2021 lineup. It will sit above the McLaren GT, but below the 720S. Here's the elevator pitch. It's fast, it will do 205 miles an hour. It's also part electric. It can run for 30 kilometers on electric power alone. And it has a proper name. Artura is a portmanteau of art and future. And according to McLaren, this represents the art of design and the future of technology. The car is all new from the ground up. Power, and there's lots of it, comes from a high-performance hybrid system that combines an all-new 3-litre twin-turbocharged V6, making 585 horsepower with a 95 horsepower electric motor, combining to make a maximum 680 horsepower, more than the admittedly lighter 675 LT. The car also has a battery pack with 7.4 kilowatt hours of usable capacity, giving it an electric-only range of 30 kilometers. In terms of design, the Artura has that familiar McLaren DNA. If you're not familiar with McLaren's products intimately, then this might look quite similar to their previous cars, but there are differences, including in this headlight. Whereas the 600 LT had an almost flush headlight configuration, these are sunken in almost like what you get on the 720S. Let's have a look at the side, which I think is this car's best angle by far. First of all, I love these louvres, really aggressive, really cool. Also love the doors. These are made from a single piece of super formed aluminium, and that allows the door to be around 6 kilograms lighter than before. You can really feel that. Another great touch is this really intricate vent system, which is designed along the lower edge of the door. So air flows from behind the front tire along the entire length of the door and into a duct just here, feeding the high temperature radiators. That allows these vents at the side to be ever so slightly smaller than they were on previous McLaren products, which I think contributes to this car's really quite elegant design. vent that runs almost the full length of the dashboard, a bit like you get in a Tesla, so it can blow hot or cold air into the cabin without running noisy fans. Another new addition is this screen up here on the instrument binnacle. This is a 10.25-inch display, and while it doesn't tilt like you get on the 720S, it does a pretty reasonable job. But the best thing about this car, arguably, is that you can adjust the driving mode without taking your hands off the wheel. On the right-hand side, you have your powertrain adjustment, and on the left-hand side, you have the handling adjustment, and you can turn off the traction control, again, without letting go of the steering wheel. Interestingly, this car runs in electric mode by default, so when you turn it on in the morning, you won't wake up your neighbors. You can start it up in EV mode and then drive away from your neighborhood, and then go and wake up people who don't live in your neighborhood.
How will it drive? That remains to be seen. But McLaren say this is a car you could drive every day, comfortable around town with a 30-kilometer EV range, more than 50 miles per gallon and 129 grams per kilometer of CO2 emissions, yet without sacrificing any loss of enjoyment on the track. The perfect supercar for the future? Well, at the very least, it's very much a sign of things to come. The Artura's chassis is all new, with an overall dry weight just shy of 1,500 kilograms. That's around 150 kilograms heavier than a 570 GT. But this offers significantly better straight-line performance and a better power-to-weight ratio of 488 horsepower per ton dry. It also has the advantage of being, according to McLaren, far more comfortable and livable inside than any other McLaren supercar. And first impressions are that the cabin is a nice evolution of their existing models.
On the whole, the Artura looks like a promising addition to the McLaren lineup. Some of you, of course, might question why they've done this, but let's not forget McLaren have previous form here with the P1 and the incredible Speedtail. In fact, it might be an even bigger surprise if they didn't go down this path. As for whether it will be any good, well, time will tell. Hopefully we'll get to actually drive this thing very soon, but in the meantime, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. We'll see you soon.